Good evening. I'll call the meeting in order at 7:27. Doris, would you please call the roll?
Robert Sullivan.
Here.
John Brody.
Here.
William Clay.
Here.
Doris Nielsen here. Anthony Boyle.
Here.
Mary Deisler is absent.
Allison Kugler is here, although she's not been sworn in. We'll call the roll again after she was sworn in. Mary Deisler sends her regrets she's absent because she had to attend a board meeting at the Board of Education where she works. We were in executive session tonight from about 5:15, 5:20 until about 7:25, a few minutes ago. And I'm going to ask everybody's indulgence before we go to the reports of the CEO and the principals and the financial report. I'm going to ask everybody's indulgence on the resolutions where we're going to go forward in the resolutions. There's a resolution here appointing Allison Kugler as a board member. Allison is well known to the PACS community. She's a former educator here at the PACS community. She's a special ed director at supervisor, at a neighboring school district just up in Bucks County, and that is resolution number 0619-11 under governance. And at this time, I'm going to ask for a motion. The Board of Trustees appointing Allison Kugler as a member of the Board of Trustees. Have a motion? I'll make the motion, seconded by Doris Nielsen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. At this time, I'm going to, before we start the board meeting, I'm going to administer, if I could ask Allison to stand up, I'm going to administer to her the lengthy oath of office here for the Philadelphia Academy Charter School Board of Trustees. What I'm going to do is ask you to stand next to me so we can read it together. It's kind of long. If you could raise your right hand. And this is by statute. This is the way we do the oath. I,
Allison Kugler,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office as a member
of the office as a member
of the Board of Trustees
of the Board of Trustees
of the Philadelphia Academy Charter School
of the Philadelphia Academy Charter School
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Pennsylvania,
the Constitution of the State of Pennsylvania,
and the laws of the State of Pennsylvania
and the laws of the State of Pennsylvania,
to the best of my
to the
ability.
best of my ability.
I further swear that I shall respect
I further swear that I shall respect
taxpayer interests
taxpayer interests
by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets.
by serving as a faithful protector of the school district's assets.
I shall encourage and respect the free expression
I shall encourage and respect the free expression
of opinion
of opinion
by my fellow board members and others
by my fellow board members and others
who seek a hearing before the board
who seek a hearing before the board
while respecting the privacy of students and employees.
while respecting the privacy of students and employees.
I shall recognize that a board member
I shall recognize that a board member
has no legal authority as an individual,
has no legal authority as an individual,
and that decisions can be made
and that decisions can be made
only by a majority vote at a public board meeting.
only by a majority vote at a public board meeting.
And
And
I shall abide by majority decisions
I shall abide by majority decisions
of the board
of the board
while retaining the right to seek changes
while retaining the right to seek changes
in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels.
in such decisions through ethical and constructive channels.
Welcome to the board. And as we go forward with the agenda, I think it's clear that Allison's going to bring a very unique perspective to our Board of Trustees, and we thank her for stepping up. Oh, one other thing. She came to us by the Board of Trustees asking for input and recommendations from the school community, and she came to us as a recommendation from the school community. So we'd like to thank Allison for serving, but we'd also like to thank whoever it was in the community that recommended her to us. CEO reports, Mr. Sperling.
I really don't have a report. This will be my last board meeting as CEO here. I have to tell everyone, after close to 39 years in education, the last 8.5 in Philadelphia Academy have been some of the best I've had in my career. It's been an honor working here. I appreciate all the students and staff and board members I've worked with. And for those of you who have been supportive in this role, I want to thank you. And that's all I have for a CEO report. Thanks, folks.
Principal's reports, Mrs. Simmons from the high school.
Sure. Attendance for the month of May was 94.30%. For June, it was 97.90%, and our year-end total attendance was 94.31%. The class of 2014 received their diplomas on the evening of June 6th in a heartfelt commencement ceremony. Congratulations to this fine group of students. We have an academic summer school that will take place this summer for credit recovery, which will be held from Monday, June 30th until Tuesday, August 15th. In addition, the high school will also host the ESY and CAN, which will be held from July 7th through August 7th. The high school's total year raised money for dress down days was $11,958, and this money was used to benefit charities and to support student events throughout the school year. Summer assignments are posted on our school's websites. Students should complete their summer assignments by the first day of September, and we ask our students to get started early and enjoy a good book and a math assignment. And finally, the high school bids farewell to 4 of our faculty members. We had Mrs. Pam Huckle, who taught Spanish at the high school for 10 years, who will be leaving us. Mrs. Heidi Kester, who taught history at the high school for 8 years. Mr. Chase Kramer, who taught chemistry at the high school for 1 year. And finally, last but not least, Mr. Larry Sperling, who served as CEO and leader for 8.5 years. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Simmons. Ms. Smith from the grade school.
June, very busy month, multiple field trips, activities, and the closing of school kept everyone very busy. Attendance for May, 95.78%, June, 96.35%, and our year-end total attendance was 96.25%. Our annual sports day was Friday, June 6th, thanks to Coach K and Mr. Matt for organizing all the events and volunteers. The gold team of 8th graders beat the staff in the tug of war this year. 8th grade promotion was Thursday, June 12th. We have 65 8th graders will be coming to Pax High School. Of the 24 students who are not attending our high school, only 6 of them will be enrolled in other public schools. Summer programs start Monday, July 7th for ESY camp and sports camp, Tuesday, July 8th for summer remediation. We have about 110 students signed up for these programs. Final report cards were distributed on the last day of school. 176 students, or 26%, made the honor roll, and 41 students, or 6%, made the distinguished honor roll. PACS raised $2 shy of $13,000 throughout the year during our dress down days. Thank you to all of our families for their generosity. 2/3 of the monies were donated to many local charities, and 1/3 of the monies were used to assist PACS families during the holidays. Total revenues from the National School Lunch Program for the year for both buildings, $135,571.44. Thank you to Mary Jocelyn, Penny Lucas, Cheryl Owens, and of course Trish for helping count all that money throughout the year. 6th grade science teacher Catherine McPhillips was selected as a Simmons Science Scholar, an honor from the New Jersey Science Teachers Association. She will participate in a week-long Summer Science Institute and be honored at the NJSTA conference this October. Only 23 teachers were selected for this honor/opportunity. We're very proud of Catherine and her tireless efforts in the discipline of science. PACS staff filmed a video on the last day of school. Play directors Kathy Wagner and Darlene Allison composed an end-of-year carol to the tune of "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year," and Danielle Vidito pieced together the footage for a fun and engaging video. Please see us on YouTube sometime in the near future, and I will be having a screening after the meeting for anyone who's interested in seeing that very cute video. Summer projects are posted to our website. And we would like to say thank you to Dee Myers for her 15 years of service to PACS, and we wish her well in retirement. And also thank you to Mr. Sperling for a wonderful 6 years. And all at the grade school wish him a relaxing and wonderful summer and many safe travels in the months to come. Thank you.
Mike Thompson, financial report.
I don't have much to report. Cash decreased by approximately $90,000 month over month. Most of our revenues and expenditures are in line with the budget. Total disbursements for the month were $352,000. Results of operations for the year are projected to be $69,000.
Thank you, Mike. Open school reports?
We don't have anything to report for the high school.
Thank you, Joanne. Grade school? Hearing none. Parent Advisory Council?
No report.
Thank you. Transportation report?
Just basically, we're setting up for ESY and Camp Rate routes. Drivers will be going out and getting all their times and everything set up for them. And we're also in the process of all the incoming students for the 2014-15 school year. We're incorporating them into the routes. And that's basically it.
Good, thank you. I think it's important to say at this point, even though it's June, it's very hot outside. This is a year that the transportation arm of the school shone through with the weather we had over the winter, and it was complete misery, and transportation didn't miss a step, and our kids in our school was all taken care of. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll entertain a resolution to adopt the agenda. Resolution by Boyle, second. Nielsen. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution to adopt the meeting minutes from May 15, 2014. I'll make the motion. Second it. Boyle. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, I did those two resolutions. Prior to that, there was a section for public comments on the resolution. Does anybody have public comments on the resolutions before I go forward? Hearing none, I'll go forward with the resolutions. Resolution regarding personnel actions, which is attached. Motion by Nielsen, seconded by, I'll make the second, Brody. We are I'm going to ask that my fellow board members provide some assistance at this point in modifying this resolution. As Mr. Schmidt mentioned, D. Myers has returned from the school. We are working on a separation package for Dolores Myers, and we're going to defer the resolution on her retirement until July, until that is completely signed off on, completely taken care of, so we can take care of a very good teacher into her retirement. So with that removal from the resolution, we're going to go forward with the other individuals on the sheet there. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution authorizing the fund year 2014 audit. This is required by state law and by our bylaws, and I'll entertain the resolution that we enter into an agreement with the company to provide the fund year 2014 audit. Do I have a resolution or a motion? Motion by Sullivan, seconded by Nielsen. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Number 10 is a resolution accepting the lease reimbursement. Lease reimbursement by operation of charter school. We do not own any property, and the charter school will seek reimbursement from the Pennsylvania Department of Education. I believe the amount this year is $177,000. We'll be receiving from the state, and this is a motion to resolve to make that application to the state. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Second. Will. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution approving the Tech Steps curriculum supplement. I believe either Mr. Sperling or one of the principals could probably do this better justice than I could. Would you care to explain?
Sure. We purchased a comprehensive K through 8 curriculum. It is structured 6 multidisciplinary units, all surrounding the Microsoft Office platform. Ms. Kansky and Ms. Jankowski will use this as their core curriculum for technology. The goal is by the time the children are coming to high school that they have a very solid foundation in Excel and all of the Microsoft Office suite. And it's a comprehensive curriculum. And it also includes some professional development for staff.
Okay, I'll entertain the motion, the resolution. Motion by Nielsen, second by Clay. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Resolution approving the fund year 2015 budget. As everybody is aware, if you read the newspapers, there's several bills in Harrisburg to change the state of charter school funding. With that said, we've had a lot of issues with the budget in the last several months, along with the staffing plan, which is the next resolution. And we are passing the budget, or we're doing a resolution for the budget tonight. Fully aware that in the next school calendar year, we may have to revisit this subject due to some of the draconian funding that may be coming down the pike. With that said, I'll entertain a motion. Motion by Boyle, seconded by Sullivan. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes have it. The staffing plan is attached to that resolution for the next calendar year for Philadelphia Academy Charter School. And I'll entertain a motion. Motion by Nielsen. I'll second it. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The ayes have it. Number 14 is a resolution authorizing Roofing Resources Incorporated to begin the bid process for the second stage of the roof repair. As we all know, we've had a very bad year with the roof. It started a couple of years ago with Hurricane Sandy. We had some pretty bad roof leaks through the year. The board, in executive session, had extensive discussions tonight. And before I ask for a motion, I think it was the preference of the board to table this motion and to look at some other options, and to look at some other contractors, and to look at some other roofers going forward. I don't know that we would be able to complete this by the summer with the time plan we're on, so if my colleagues on the board agree, we'll table this until July. Agreed? Okay, so we'll be tabling resolution number 14. Resolution approving the reallocation of the fund balance. With number 15, the fund balance is there attached. We agreed to a change to that. If you look at the resolution, it's on, yeah, this is, do you want to explain what the fund balance is, Mike, the reallocation? And
Sure.
if you want, I'll explain the change we're making the second page, unless you want to, it's still down here on the change.
2 years ago, we adopted a fund balance policy based on GASB 54, the Government Account Standards Board, where they changed the verbiage of fund balance in specific categories on what each category meant. This resolution basically says that the board is taking steps to set aside funding for future periods. The very first one that they are approving is the fund balance committed to the PSERS cost. PSERS is the state pension plan, and the school as an employer is required to contribute to that plan. That cost is going up by 4.5% a year. And it's limited to that by state law. If they could increase it more, they would. 2 years ago, that cost was 8%. This year it's 16%. Next year it's going to be 21.4%. Within 2 or 3 years, it'll be over 30%. So we're setting money aside now for future periods to cover those increased costs. In the current budget, just year over year, the increase is $500,000 to the school. We are also setting money aside for technology and future technology enhancements and replenishment, and that's at $1.1 million, and we're setting aside $1.1 million for future furniture and equipment replenishment or enhancements. We are also setting aside money for capital improvements. We have 2 big facilities here, just based on what we've been seeing on the numbers coming in for upgrading bathrooms in the room. The costs are very high. We thought it was very prudent to set some money aside, and then John will explain that further. We set money aside for 1 year of debt service. There's debt service. We have a mortgage on this building, and we are required by those documents to meet certain requirements. So we set aside 1 year of debt service, which is $964,000. And that leaves us with $441,000 in unassigned. There's a bill pending at the state right now, House Bill 1085, which will take away our PSERS subsidy, but it will also limit the amount of money that charter schools are allowed to have in that category. For this school, it would be about $1.5 million. So we're trying to drive that category down as far as we can in case that bill gets passed. We don't have to turn money back over to the state.
Thank you, Mike. I'll entertain a motion for the resolution. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Second by Boyle. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution authorizing the purchase of additional. Oh, I'm sorry. I did. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. We made a change to that, to the reallocation. If you go back to the resolution that Mike just discussed, on the second page, It says projected unassigned fund balance of $441,955. That is now going to read $221,995. 241. I did not go to tax when I'm at school. Yeah, Frankfurt High School. And actually, we're going to move $200,000 of that to the committed capital improvement buildings fund, and we're going to increase that to $1,700,000. And that's going to give us a buffer to do the needed work that needed to be done on the roof here, and also the upgrade we're working on for the grade school bathrooms. And I thank you for reminding me, Tony. 16 on the list, resolution authorizing the purchase of additional firewalls. Did anybody want to speak to that? The computers at the school, we've increased the number of computers, we've increased the number of laptops. Our capacity on computer protection has reached a level that we needed to increase the firewall to protect the security of the system and to keep our computer systems running properly. And I'll entertain a motion to accept the resolution. I'll make the motion. Second it? Seconded by Nielsen. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution approving the contract with Centilli Thompson for financial services. We met with Mr. Thompson tonight. We're going to have a relationship with Mr. Thompson going into the future. I'll entertain a motion for the contract.
Explain how it is.
Yeah, we're with the funding formula that's coming into place. We're going to be with Mr. Thompson on a month-to-month contract. We thank Mr. Thompson for working with the board on that. We hope to have it fully resolved sometime in September or October with the funding. It's just that we're not sure where we're going to be funding-wise as a school, and we didn't want to enter into a 3 or a 5-year or a long-term contract. And we sat down with Mr. Thompson, and Mr. Thompson was willing to work with the board, and we appreciate his efforts. I'll entertain a motion. Anybody, I'll make the motion.
So it's a month-to-month based on $118,020. Divide that by 12, Mike?
That's right.
Okay. I'll make that motion.
Okay. Motion by McClay, second it.
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Resolution appointing a 7th board member, Allison. Everybody was gracious enough to let us do that at the beginning of the board meeting so she could be a full participant here tonight. That resolution was passed. Allison was sworn in. There is a resolution number 2014-06-20-12, which does not appear in your packet, but I'll explain it to you now. The Board of Trustees, we met in executive session tonight, June 20, 2014. Immediately preceding this meeting, there is a vacancy on the board, on the board officer position for, I'm sorry, today's the 19th, not the 20th, that's tomorrow, thank you. Typo. And there's a vacancy of the vice president position on the board of trustees. The nomination was made in executive session, the full board voted, and we'd like to thank Anthony Boyle as agreeing to serve as the Vice President of the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia Academy Charter School. And I'll entertain, and with that said, the complement of the board as the officers on the board will be at this time President John McGrody, Vice President Anthony Boyle, Board Treasurer Mary Deisler, and Doris Nielsen as Board Secretary. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Seconded by McClay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. That concludes the resolution portion of the meeting. Anything under new business? Yep, so. Could you identify, we do have somebody making a record, sir. Could you identify yourself for the record?
Yes. My name is Jim Hill. My grandson is Caden Hill. He's entering 5th grade in grade school. Okay?
I actually can't hear you. I was wondering if you could come up to the microphone, sir. Do you mind approaching the mic? We had trouble hearing you. I'm sorry, sir.
Thank you. My name is Jim Hill. My grandson is Caden Hill. He's entering a 5th grade student at PAC. I believe I'm informing of an extremely dangerous situation at the grade school. Okay? Anyone who drives their children to school in the morning and drops the drop-off line, when you come through the shopping center and you get to the end of the shopping center where you make a left turn to go into the school, there's a line of bushes that you cannot see the oncoming traffic. There's been a couple of occasions where there have almost been accidents. Okay, and all that has to be done is extremely easy to correct. All that has to be done, and I don't know who's responsible for it, is cut the bushes down to a visible where you can see past them and put a stop sign there. That would rectify everything. Okay? But now, when you come through, the people coming through the shopping center cannot see the people entering off the boulevard. The people entering off the boulevard don't have a stop sign. They don't stop. They can come right into the shopping center. It's a very dangerous situation, and I think it should be rectified.
I appreciate your concern. I think Mr. McClay wanted to respond.
Can we notify can we talk to the owners of the shopping center, ask them to cut the bushes down?
Sure.
He's MIA.
I think they're the same, I think he's the same person who owns our building. I think they own the whole complex, but I see the guys out there putting down mulch and stuff. I mean, if I see them, I'll ask them about the possibility.
We'll notify them.
Right now,
Stop sign. I know the bushes we're talking about, and I agree with you.
Yeah, they're higher than me, and I'm on 5'10", but they're higher than me.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the owner, I'm not sure if the owner of our building owns the whole complex or not, so we'll have to find out who it is that's
Okay, so we're looking at it. The other thing about the stop sign, I don't think they'll put a stop sign up there, because what'll end up happening is that'll back up into the boulevard.
Right.
But if we take down those bushes, that'll solve your problem.
That's true. They have a stop sign coming through the shopping center. I don't know why they couldn't put a stop sign the other way.
Because it'll back it up into the boulevard. That's
Yeah, I
probably.
guess, yeah. But
We'll
if you cut down the bushes, I think that will rectify everything.
We'll talk to them about it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
I'd just like to second that. I've had a problem with that same thing, especially dropping one kid off at the high school and coming around to the grade school, going through the shopping center. Maybe a stop, I agree, a stop sign I don't think will work, so we'll back up the boulevard, but maybe if just cutting down the bushes doesn't work, maybe a yield might work. You know, it just gives cars to pause rather than stop and look.
You can't have a stop sign on one and a yield on the other one. That's state law will not allow you to do that.
Not on that one side where they're coming in.
You can't have a stop and a yield. It's either everybody stops or somebody has the right of way.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but I think the bush, we get rid of those bushes.
Yeah, I think that would help a bunch. Okay.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Anything else on the new business?
I have a question, just real quick. My name's Barbara Benincasa. Just real quick, since Larry's retiring as of June 30th, who is going to be the CEO or interim CEO Do you guys have plans?
Yes, we do.
That's my question. Can I have an answer?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The board has formed a subcommittee of the board to do two things, to embark on a search for a CEO and a search for an interim CEO. We have talked to several firms and/or individuals who engage in that. They are providing documents to the board. They're going to be providing information to the board. And the board will be meeting in executive session to take up the steps. We've talked to probably 5 or 10 people on that issue, and we are moving forward. I don't have an answer as to the identity of a particular individual at this point, but the board is working on that, and we will report back.
Shouldn't you already, if you knew he was retiring June 30th, have someone in place as an interim already? So who, as of June 30th, who is going to be?
We endeavor to have somebody in place by June 30th. Whether we do or you don't, we'll make a decision at that point as to who has decision-making ability at the school and authority at the school.
And you'll put it on the website since our next meeting's not until the middle of July?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
it will be fully out there, yes. Anything else on the new business? Motion adjourned by McLean, seconded by Boyle. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Thank you, and have a nice and safe summer.